Hi, it's Kevin Fleming from Group Marana, developer Apply Marana in Nicaragua. And on this tour, you're with me. We just finished lunch. You've been following some of the other videos from Puerto Salvador Allende and the Mirador de Tizcapa and the El Tizcapa restaurant. And so the next stop on this casual Wednesday tour is, can you guess? The Masaya Volcano, or Volcán Masaya. And here we are. We're checking into the museum part, which is really cool. So for those of you who haven't seen a volcano before, you're gonna see some videos of a volcano. So before we head up to the top, the first thing we do is we come check out the museum. Now, you may have been watching some of my previous videos, and I've been in this museum quite a few times. So when you come up here to the Masaya Volcano, or Volcán Masaya, you definitely want to come check out everything in here because it's pretty cool. You're gonna learn all about volcanoes, the history, because for those of you who might not have heard, Nicaragua is the land of lakes and volcanoes. And what's really cool, I'm gonna take you there right away. I'm gonna show you one of my favorite maps of Nicaragua in the entire country. Now, have you seen all this stuff before? I've showed you this in previous videos, so I won't bore you, but let me take you into the map room. This is the room I love the most because you get a good view of the country. And this particular map here is kind of like a 3D raised look at the entire coastline, and you can count them. You can count the volcanoes you see in the picture and type down in the comments section how many volcanoes you just saw. So here's the border, of course, Costa Rica. Let's count the volcanoes again. I'll give you guys another guess. Maybe it'll be a prize, okay? Who can guess how many volcanoes you see are on the Nicaraguan lands on the Pacific coast of Nicaragua? Did you guys get that? You're gonna have to press replay when you start watching the video. Now let me tell you where Playa Marana is. This is why Playa Marana is one of the best locations in the country. Let me find Managua. Okay, who sees, hey, here we are right there in Masaya, okay? Granada is where I've been taking all those videos. When you fly into the country, you fly over here in Managua, right? Clear as day, that's where you fly into Managua. Now, Playa Marana, you can almost see it. I'm going to zoom in. Let me see if I can zoom in without losing you. Is a straight shot to the coast to Pochimil, Masachapa. You've been hearing me say Masachapa like a million times over the last 4 months. Well, that's Masachapa. So you see, it's the closest location from the coast of Managua when you fly in. What you don't want to do, well, you could if you like driving a long way, is you have to drive almost 2.5 hours or 3 hours all the way down the coast. All the way down the coast to Rivas and then San Juan del Sur. You don't want to do that. You want to stay over here, much quicker. And so the project Playa Marana, see there's Pochimil, Masachapa. We're literally 8 kilometers south along that coastline to that riverbed right there. That's the Tecolapa River. And our property, if I zoom in even more, is literally right there. And there you'll find Playa Marana, and it's on one of the longest coasts in the entire country. So you can go from Masachapa all the way to Boquita, and that's about 22 kilometers. Uninterrupted, you can walk along that beach. So it's amazing. So let me pan right back out. So now you know why I love this country so much, all right? And here's like a bit of a look, an artist's rendering of the country and the renderings. In any case, that's enough of the map room. There's so much interesting things to see here in Nicaragua, and the Masaya Volcano is definitely one of those places you have to come and check out. And in case that you don't, you are definitely missing out. Continuing on the tour of the Masaya Volcano part, showed you a little bit inside in the map room, but they have this really special place where you can come outside. They have this amazing lookout. And so we saw some great views up at the Mirador Tizcapa. You guys remember that in previous videos. And here is just another look at some of the landscape and the geography of Nicaragua, our land of lakes and volcanoes. And we're at a volcano now, so the next stop we're going to be driving up. It's about another 4 kilometers of road to the top of the volcano that's, actually it's behind me. Let me see. Yeah, it's somewhere that way. You can't see it because I'm on the back side of the museum. But when you get out here, okay, they have this, I guess you call it a bit of an event center up here, right? And it's there's a nice breeze. You get a nice view. I was back here, I think in some of the other videos you might have seen in October. It was really lush and really green. And it still looks nice, right? It still looks lush and green to some degree, I suppose. bit cloudy today, but that's okay. But the breeze is nice. Anyways, this is the back of the museum. You have some pretty cool views back here, and you'll definitely want to check it out. Continuing our tour of Nicaragua, it's Kevin Fleming from Grupo Mariana, of course, developer of Playa Mariana in Nicaragua. And I am at the Masaya Volcano right now. So for those of you who've never seen what a volcano looks like looking down into it, then here you go. This is the Masaya Volcano here in Nicaragua, and it's a pretty clear day. The last couple times I was here over the last couple months, it was cloudy, so we couldn't really see down into the crater. And the Masaya Volcano is active, as you can see. It's living and breathing down there. At nighttime, when you come here, you might have seen some videos in and around online, and you can actually see the glow down there in the pit, so to speak. And so I'm here with a number of guests today, and the view up here is really spectacular. When you get to the museum down below, the Volcano Museum, you definitely want to check it out. That's worth it. You might have seen in the previous videos, that's where I was walking in, showing you the map room and all the volcanoes and all the location. When you come up here, they say only take 5 minutes, and it smells today. It does smell, but it's not horrible. The last time I was here, I had to have a handkerchief on my nose because it really does smell like sulfur. So when you get to Nicaragua, the Masaya Volcano is a definite must if you're into that sort of stuff. And you want to come up, whew, I just took in a breath. That was strong, let me tell you. So it's probably not good for me to stay up here too long, so I'm going to take off. But anyways, here's one final look of the Masaya Volcano. The Volcán Masaya Parque, as I like to call it in Nicaragua. We used to walk all the way up there. They had stairs in previous tours. You see those stairs over there? Let me see if I can zoom in for you. They had stairs, and you can climb the stairs and go all the way to the top where the cross is. That was cool. That was some 15 years ago. That's how far back I go. I'm a dinosaur when it comes to Nicaraguan promotion. In any case, when you come to Nicaragua, you want to definitely make it to the Masaya Volcano. Check out the park, check out the museum. Leave some nice tips for the people here. They certainly deserve it and appreciate it. Keep supporting Nicaragua and everything you're doing. And go down below in the links. Look for our next event coming up on March 19th and 22nd. And you can join our next tour with our investors. And you too could be standing at the top of this peak, looking down the mouth of the Masaya Volcano with me.